Yo, 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 welcome back to the fifth round. As always, myself, Stephen Moustaris, brought to you by the Intrigue Content Network. And man, before I get too crazy into this weekend's fight between TJ Dillashaw and Corey Sandhagen, I definitely wanted to break down the fights from last weekend, the nice little fight night that we had between Islam Makhachev and Thiago Moises. And before I get into that fight, I definitely wanted to sit here and talk about Miesha Tate's return. Everybody's been seeing it. Huge third round TKO win for her over Marion Reneau, and I probably fucked her name up, but hey, but still, it was really nice to see. I mean, if you're a diehard MMA fan and you've been watching over the years, I think anybody's excited to see a fan favorite come back and definitely, especially get the win. Like I know a lot of us were kind of worried about her and whatnot just because she hasn't fought in forever, and when you're out of there, we all see it once you put just one toe in and you got one out, it's like, all right, dude, you're bound to get beat because everybody's all in. So, not saying she fought a slouch or anything at all, but Marion definitely, she said it was a retirement fight. She's already 1 foot out for sure, and we all seen her take her gloves off at the end of the fight. And now we're sitting here all excited for Miesha Tate to get that dub. She looked amazing, but I'm sitting here now and it's like, what are your agendas and whatnot? And clearly she's came back and said like, hey, I'm only here to get a title fight. I want to get that championship back. I think I can. And I don't know, this is just where it's tough for me as a true MMA fan and like just an honest person to myself and to everyone just watching. It's like, there are some fights out there that I think would be really ideal for her. But as far as it goes to the championship with Amanda Nunes, there's no way. Like, seriously, I think everybody is in agreement there. Like, I don't think it's going to take a really strong, powerful woman to even test Amanda Nunes. And no offense to Miesha Tate, but we've seen it. We've watched it. And it just didn't go very well. And then, you're even looking there at the number one rank or number two, technically, behind Amanda Nunes, Germaine de Randa. And, if anyone other than the name of Amanda Nunes is against Germaine, she's whooping the fuck out of him every single time. You've seen her literally win kickboxing battles versus men. Like, it's fucking nuts. And then I really love the call out of Holm. And when everybody was kind of talking about that rematch, and I love it. I think that would be the one. Just because Holm's on the downward slope. Looks impressive against a lot of the lower ranked people, but when it comes to the Germaines and the Amanda Nuneses and even going down to Valentina Shevchenko, it's like, I don't know. It's just tough. It's just tough to see. And and then you got some killers like Raquel Pennington. I honestly think that would be one for Miesha that could pull it out. I really think Miesha could win that one maybe. But like Juliana Pena, I think is giving her a tough time. Irina Aldana, I think that's a fucking really tough fight. Even the height of Yana Kunitskaya, like, I think that's given Miesha Tate problems. Clearly, if Miesha, I think that one could be winnable out of the names I just mentioned, and then I think right in front of her, Caitlin Vieira, which I think, as long as Miesha just doesn't get hit by that ogre-looking lady, no offense at all, but still, like, if she can get it to the ground, I think she's got it. But like, seriously, there's like 4 or 5 ladies on that list that in the top 10 right now that I just don't see Miesha winning. But if she can pick the right fights and maybe, pull out one against either Holm or Raquel Pennington, I think maybe that's her chance. But to like win the gold against Amanda Nunes, nope. Say she does shock the world, rematch, nope. And if she does somehow shock the world on the rematches, I just don't see her beating a Germaine, a Juliana Pena, Irina Aldana. Like I said, like, I just don't see it. And I just don't want to see her get hurt, honestly. At the end of the day, I love Miesha Tate. I've always been a huge fan. Like, I just don't want to see my favorite fighters keep getting hurt over the years. Like, no offense to Chuck Liddell, but, like, it's always the go-to when you're talking to friends about, like, man, this could be a dangerous sport because, like, look at this man Chuck. Like, takes a jab from Tito Ortiz and he's out. You know what I'm saying? Not to be mean, but it's like people get punch drunk and they just hold on to this career like we all do. We hold on to this life because it's precious, but I don't know. I don't want to sit here and act like a fucking manager or anything, say what's up, but it just, share my thoughts. And, I'm super fucking geeked to see her get that win back. Or I shouldn't say win back, but you know what I'm saying? Come back and get the dub. And, I just hope that they can get a good matchup for her. It's all matchups at this point. Like, say she's probably, if she goes out there and gets the Holly Holm fight that quick, I mean, she's sitting at like number 11, number 12. She'd be fighting Holly Holm, who's number 2 technically, if you count, or number 3 behind Amanda Nunes and Germaine. But it's like, I don't know, that could be something, but I don't know. I just don't see her running through some of these eaters right now, and especially Amanda Nunes. So it's just not happening. And if she even moves down, Valentina Shevchenko is honestly probably even worse for her right now. I think Amanda could like control it so much that she would just go for a choke or something and just like kind of like put her out nice. But Valentina's just a fucking murderer, and she doesn't care who you are. So, but hey, this has been the 5th round. Stephen Moustaris, as always. The Intrigue Content Network. Guys, check it out and whatnot. Instagram's coming soon. For the people who comment like this shit, like, guys, it means a lot. I know it's simple stuff, but hey, it's been the 5th round. Hope you guys have a good night.